Good morning. Good morning, YouTubers. This is Bagadon, Stock Market Caddy, and it is Monday, doldrums of summer, middle of August, August 15th at about 9:05. And we have been during the summer months doing some periodic spot views on YouTube. We've been doing them late at night, sometimes during the day. It's not going to be a routine, but the purpose of these YouTubes is just to give folks a view, an alternative view of trading, what mechanical robotic trading might look like. We have been doing this a long time, long before Twitter, long before YouTube. It's not like something we've been doing for 6 months. And we do this again as a kind of almost a public service, just to, but there are alternative ways than trading moving averages and MACDs and listening to this and listening to that. We don't listen to anything, quite frankly. Let me scroll this back up here. We've lost our view here. Let me bring this. There we go. Kind of cropped some of our markets here so we can have this little blurb down here at the bottom and also give you a chance to see what we're in fact doing for the day. If you have any questions, a couple of things. One, YouTube is on delay. So if you're looking at your platform and you see some delay in the quotes, that's a YouTube function. We do suggest that you put the quality of the picture the best you can get it at high definition, which is only like 780, I think. We do broadcast to our members in 1080 high def, and it's instantaneous with Zoom. We've been using Zoom before Zoom was Zoom. And but our members, our annual members, have this tool as well as all the tools on their own desktop. So they don't need to patch in to watch, but they will periodically. And if they've got a question or two, we also give a nightly video market report for all of our members, monthly members as well as annual members. And we'll give you a kind of a taste. One of the things that we're looking at right now, you look at the S&P cash on a daily basis, right? So this is all intraday, 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute. This is a daily S&P. We don't even need a chart. Don't need one. Swing Machine went long the S&P 13 days ago. 13 days ago. We have other algos that went long back on July 13th, but Swing Machine went long on the 13th. And it delivered not $256 because you can't trade the S&P cash in shares other than in options. So this is actually in points, 256 points, right? The entry was 40.23 back on July 27th. We're trading at 42.80. If a person, a member, had purchased a call at 40.23 for 30 days, they're probably up about 20 grand. The trend is intact. The trend is strong. The centerpiece, the midline of this trend is 41.18. That's where it needs to stay above. That's the pivotal point. On the greed meter, she's at 70. This is our greed and fear, and this is a little bit cropped here. Let me see if I can widen that out into euphoria. And so this is all good if your one is bullish. The VIX is the fear gauge in and of itself. It reflects the buying of options and the selling of options, calls and puts. When it's trending down, the market is usually bullish. It started trending down 36 days ago. 36 days ago. In fact, you'd be up almost $7,000 if one had shorted the VIX back on June 24th. But you could have really started thinking, and we were and have been thinking this market's going to rally. And back then, nobody thought the market was going to rally. The market was going to crash, crash, crash. No, no, no. And it's trending down. On the fear gauge, the VIX, fear of being long VIX, is down here at minus 30. Now we don't know if it's going to get there or not, but if the markets get into euphoria, and if at the same time the VIX gets into panic, what are we going to do? we're going to sell this market probably hand over fist if it gets there. It may not, but that's where we are right now, and kind of a mirror image of each other. We look at the intraday action. The 5-minute ES contract went short on the 15th, and this was at 2:55. The early bird gets the worm, just before Europe opened at 2:55. You'd be up $825. The NQ on a 5-minute is going short this morning at 8:45, at least trying to, right here, right now. I'm not suggesting you do that, but Swing Machine is trying. YM is short from 2:40 a.m. Once again, early. And the Russell short at 1:10 a.m. That's up 635, 650. And then gold is still short from 6 hours ago, and it's underwater. And you can see it's trying to come up on the 1 minute. And that's where we are. Monday mornings are usually pretty choppy. We just try to aim small, miss small. Like that saying, we learned that from one of our members who was a professional golfer. Aim small, miss small. Now, the position that you see up in the left is running. I'm not putting those trades on. That's what's done this over here. And it's running a specific program, a strategy, a trading robot. You know, I got a question last night. We did a little live session last night, and I got a question from a gentleman, nice enough gentleman. I'm not sure he fully understood what I was trying to relate, but he asked 2 questions. One, he asked 2 or 3. One, how long is it going to take me to double my money? Thought that was kind of funny. And then he wanted to know about the robot, you know. I hope not to convey the wrong message. This is not a plug and go. This is no jumping the shark. The better question might have been, how fast can you lose your money in futures? You can lose your money pretty darn fast if you don't know what you're doing. And that's the operative thing. We are a mentoring site, and we provide our annual members some great tools, but you must have good acquired trading skill. And we try to help you develop those skills. So there's no jumping the shark. There's no coming in and joining Stock Market Caddy and plugging these tools in and doubling your money in 3 days. That's not likely. But if you have any questions, feel free. And we're going to let you watch the market open for a little bit. I'm not sure for just how long. But remember, and we're not doing this to, hand out the fish. We're doing this just to create a little awareness that there is an alternative. Swing Machine is just one. It's central. It's our flagship product. It is central to what we do, but it's only one of about 70 tools, automated robotic tools that we use. We're going to drop this VIX down to a 5-minute level. And it is long. It is long at 7:55. So it's telling us that there is a little bit of fear, a little bit of pause in the market, and the market is likely to take a little bit of a dip here this morning. That's all. We're not talking about a crash or anything. Just there's a little bit of concern in this market, and that concern being is the market has run and run and run. It's extended on just about any metric, and likely to come in. And it looks like maybe that might even be this morning here, but we'll see. We're going to let the machine do its thing, right? I could intervene. I could go up there. What do I mean by intervene? I could go up and capture that $120 and add to my kitty. But I don't know where the market's going. I mean, I can make a judgment call, but that's not what I'm doing, right? That's what every retail trader is doing. Oh, I think this, I think that. Oh, I see this, I see that. I think this, I think that. And that's what they're doing. We're not. It's easier said than done, but I'm sitting back, sitting on my hands, and I'm letting the machine has been programmed to interpret all of that and then some. And it can do it much faster, much quicker, much more disciplined, much more than I could ever do. And so why do I want to get in there and start monkeying around with it? Just want to leave it alone. It's profitable. There are 24 trading days in a month if you count Sunday nights. If you don't, there are 20. So you can do the math from there. $100 a day, 100 is 2,000, an extra $2,000 a month. 200 is 4,000. I mean, we could quit right now for today. And I could go lay by the pool, or go play some golf, or go for a walk with Ted, and we'd have what about we're at 607, about $750. That wouldn't be a bad day at all, right? And one of the biggest mistakes that retail traders, new people make is trading. They over leverage, or they're undercapitalized, and it's the same side of the same coin. Person can over leverage, $5,000 and blow up their account. And a person who's got $100,000 in their account can be undercapitalized if they over leverage, right? It's the same thing. That's why what we're teaching and what we're doing with our new members that come in and go through what we call the Q school is we teach them initially to trade in proportion, to trade responsibly, and to be in this for the long haul. It's a business. Trading is a business. You want to learn to manage your capital, manage your emotions, manage your time, be disciplined, all the things that you know. What you don't know is how, or you may, I don't want to say that you don't. I don't know necessarily who's all here. I know Tina has heard this many, many times, but what we're trying to do as Stock Market Caddy is to push technology. We've been doing this since the early 2000s, push technology to such an extent that it leaves us a little less and less and less to do. Get out of it. I use the phrase, the mature trader. I've had a number of members that have gone on to do really well. And I identify, I know what this is. And sometimes they'll call initially and they'll say, Don, I've been trading for so many years and I don't even want to make another trade. And I understand that. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to put on another trade. I mean, they're just, been just so frustrated and so, so torn up. And Wall Street plays on that. Not just Wall Street, not just Wall Street itself, but Madison Avenue and all that advertising and all that bullshit. They have the investing public, the retirement accounts. They have you all focused on nothing that they're focused on. None of it. None of it. It's just, but I'm going to sneeze. Let me hit the sneeze button. I'm not out to, tell people, though. I am not out to tell people how and what to think. I'm not. I will tell you how we think about it, how we got here. I'm happy to answer those questions. And if you identify with that, then maybe we can help you. And if you don't, that's okay. Everyone's got their opinion of what the market is and this and that and that and this. It's amazing to me. And they have such little in this thousands of them, on the Twitter sphere, on YouTube, and they have just no trading experience, no trading. I mean, we've been doing this every day. I've been involved in the markets since 1981, taught surgeons how to do surgery for 25 years. And then in the last 20 or so, I've been doing the markets every single day. I like it. Isn't that sick? I love it. It's a hoot. But it still is amazing to me how much, misinformation, distractions there are. And you would think that we would have, 1,000 people listening to us, but that's okay. That's okay. When we started Stock Market Caddy, and I tell the story, when it was an idea and it was a concept, and I mentioned it to Susan, she said, "Well, Don, as long as it doesn't take away from our own trading, I'm okay with it." And she goes, "Do you think anybody will check in? Do you think anybody will subscribe? Do you think anybody?" And I said, "Well, I don't know." I said, "But I'm total, even if it's just one person, if I can help one person, I'll feel good about that. I like to teach. I like to help." I did that in my surgical career, right? I taught surgeons how to improve their surgical technique, and I trained others to do it. And it's fun. I like people, and it's challenging. When you need to teach someone something, they need to be, as a student, they need to be aware of what it is they don't know, so they can open their minds and open themselves up to learn something new. As an instructor or as a teacher, though, you also need to be open and very good listener. And because that person, whether that person is a new trader or whether that person is a surgeon, they're going to be seeing whatever it is they're seeing from their perspective. And they're going to have these questions, and so you've got to be open about it. And so we have learned a lot from doing this, and we've gotten, I can't say that I had that planned out or that I thought, but it has made us better. It has made our trading, for Susie and I, has made our trading even better. So in any case, it is 9:25. And let's just take a quick look at the calendar where we are, because there are some interesting things going on here. The market is at its peak up here right now. It's had, we got 6. We're at a swing point of 6, and which is a notorious place for a pullback. So the market is run. We're here this weekend. Next week, no, not next weekend, but the end of the month, there'll be the meeting in Jackson Hole with the central bankers around the world. That can be a dangerous little weekend. Maybe this run up, maybe they know something, maybe they know what's going on. And then we move into September. And historically, not July, September. September historically is the worst month of the year. And we've had a pretty bad year other than this little rally. this contract is going to die. This U contract is going to die. 1, 2, 3. It's going to die right here. Won't be trading. We'll be trading the December contract. Imagine that. December. It will roll out this month. There's probably a Fed meeting right in here, if I had to guess. September is going to be a very volatile month. In fact, I think the volatility is about to really pick up. I'm thinking, ordinarily it's the other way around. Ordinarily, the markets sell down and we get into a market squeeze. But because of this run up in the market, this might be a pivotal week. Could be, we'll see. Maybe the markets don't get into euphoria. Maybe the VIX doesn't get into panic and we reverse course and really flush out going into September. Maybe. Be aware. Because people are going to be jockeying. And the hedge funds, they end their fiscal year in October. So a lot of reasons why a lot of people think the markets, and a lot of times they do, they bottom in October. They will do a lot of their tax selling and adjustments at that time. They're not doing it in December. So we're expecting, we've had a nice crush on volatility, nice little summertime rally. It's going to get interesting here over the next few weeks, to say the least. And of course, we got the election lurking in the background. If you have any questions on YouTube, just post them. And I'm saying good morning to our members. Dennis, good morning. Good to see you. I hope you had a good week last week. And we are underway here in a couple of minutes. Again, the position that you see that's the NASDAQ. That's one mini contract, and it's running a specific program, and it's running on its own. And she's doing just fine. She's pocketed $593.60, and she's up to 285. And Tina, if Tina's still there, I did try to get onto that Reddit thing. Too many rules. Too many rules. I broke too many rules. I don't know. I'm not going to mess. Sorry to say, I'm not going to mess with that. It seemed kind of silly. And I tried to upload some nice content and everything else, and they wouldn't allow that. They wouldn't allow this, wouldn't allow that. And I'm like, I can't. I'm not gonna. Can't be bothered. But apparently they got a nice following. They got thousands of people there. I don't know if they're learning anything, but and we're off. Okay, we're going to capture that profit and we'll rearm the strategy. So we did intervene and grab that money. We'll rearm it. And wait for the next tea time to come through. Okay, you can see the strategy is hitting us some chop, and that's fine. You can't avoid, it's impossible to avoid chop entirely, and but the machine will handle it and will trade with it, and so it may trade in and out and in, but we want that because when you do go into chop, you will come out of chop, and if you're trying to do it manually and you think, oh well, I'll be okay, that's when it comes out and goes against you. So that position up there, you can tell it's a little antsy, but the strategy is handling it. So which of the good, this is our balance for today, which isn't a bad day, and this is our open position that you see up there. It's being run by a machine. I am not making the decision. If you look at the NQ, that is a mini contract on the NQ. And if you notice the little minus sign right before NQ, that means that it is short. It's in a short position. And there's all sorts of tools around that strategy. It's a little trading robot. I could go up and intervene. I just did a moment ago, but I try, usually I only intervene when we're up like about $1,000 or some odd dollars, and I might go up and just pocket that money and then let the machine or let the market recycle and let the machine handle it. Make sense? What is different here for me is, I'm sitting here in my office. I got a beautiful golden retriever and I'm patting him right now. And I have my headphones and I can listen to music. I have can listen to books. I got some nice audio books and read. I like to read. I have a treadmill. I can do a treadmill. It's a nice life. I can get up and go out and check the mail. I can go out and, walk the neighborhood a little bit with Ted. I mean, I'm not tethered to the machine, and I'm not, I have other screens that I can see, um, you know, but I'm not hunting and pecking, looking for this trade, that trade, this trade. No, letting the market pitch to me. Right? Very different. I used to. I don't do it that much anymore. I had a local person here in Florida, and he wanted me to come to his home office so I could watch him trade, see what he was doing. Oh my God, I was like worn out. I'm like, I just sat and watched for about 45 minutes, 50 minutes, and I said, okay, time out. And then we just said, let's go sit at the living room for a minute. And I was just totally worn out. I mean, he had that he was going to have carpal tunnel on that mouse. He was clicking this, clicking that, clicking this, clicking that, going here, going there. I mean, I was just totally worn out. I'm like, what in the world are you doing? He was just all over the place. Not doing that. It's to the point where it's just, just boring, right? So, and that's why we do what we're doing here, so that we can show you what it looks like. I'm not, and we have a member here, Dennis, and I, when we first got going, I said, Dennis, it's going to be very, the way we trade is going to be very meditative. Dennis likes his meditation, so doesn't Susan, quiet time. And it's very meditative. I'm not thinking about what happened on Friday. I'm not thinking about what's going to happen this afternoon. I'm just watching. If anybody posts any questions, and if as long as the electricity stays up. And I'm not sure why Ted is trying to get my attention right now. Something's going on. Is the cat out, Ted? Is the cat usually, Ted Ted kind of is the big brother. So if the cat gets in trouble, he's usually coming to get me. So I better go find the cat. That's Gracie. We appreciate the likes. We appreciate the retweets. We're trying to create a little awareness. We're doing something for the first time. You may see if you do see it, let us know. We actually created first time in 10, 15 years a YouTube ad. We did it. I was like, yeah, maybe I'll try that. And so we did. We had fun making it and then putting it together. It's a bit of a undertaking, something new. And so we're doing that this week. It's running. We didn't advertise this, so we didn't, maybe I should have, huh? Maybe I should do that. Um, but if you see it, let us know. Okay, so now we're to the good, almost $1,700. Um, we certainly don't want to go back, right? We can go back, but we're not going to go, we're not going to ride this thing all the way back today, but we'll let it keep running. I've made one decision. I scalped it once. Otherwise, the machine's got it. You can see, by the way, I'm Bag of Don, Stock Market Caddy, and the machine is doing our trading for us this morning. We're running a specific prototype strategy on the NQ. It's done pretty well. It did very well, actually. I just took another trade. $2,562.60 here today. And we'll take it. One mini, one market. We're looking at look at the 5 minute. Let's put the S&P cash on a 5 minute too. Let's see what we see. We're way up in here, but on the 5 minute, they are certainly gorging themselves on call options this morning. They're not buying any puts. They're buying calls. They're bullish. They're getting all excited. I don't think that's going to be the case here. So when we see the VIX getting down into this area, even on a 5 minute, we got to be thinking, I'd like to see it get in there, get really frothy, and be thinking about going the other way. We'll let the machine handle it, but we'll put this back to a daily. But boy, the bulls, they love to buy in the morning. And I gotta I can't program it, but my experience tells me that come this afternoon, this thing could turn out to be the oh shit trade. Like, what have I done, Martha? All those people that went long Thursday, Friday, this morning. Oh, it's a no bull market. They're all bullish to get their IRA monies in here and mutual fund Monday. And they could be looking at a shit mess here in about 24 to 48 hours. I don't think it holds, but we'll see. Now, all that said, I don't trade that, right? We let the machine trade it. Okay, you can see the market hitting some chop. Usually it'll do this and then break one way or the other. We'll see if it can clean itself up a little. If we see it hitting a lot of chop like that, we just, especially if it's the middle part of the day, we might just, park it. No sense giving it all back. Tomorrow's another day. Well, we're going to need to say goodbye to YouTube, and thanks for checking in. We wish you guys a great rest of the day and rest of the week, and very strong likelihood that we're going to see a significant pullback here in the next 24 to 48 hours. But good luck, and we wish you the best. Thanks for checking in. Tina, have a great week.